Today I decided to be even lazier than yesterday. Yesterday, I didn't quote unquote advertise um, on all the discords and RC and stuff. Um, and today I did the same thing. Like I said, I'm probably going to do this like maybe once a week now. The advertising thing, whatever. And today I just decided because my webcam is only a small section over here, right here. I could draw an arrow to it. Um, because it's so small, I decided to let it go ahead and pardon me. Video details building. I decided to let it go with the default settings because it's when I do that, if I do this and then I do that, then it'll darken and lighten automatically. So see how long it actually takes. I'm just looking at my monitor right now. Uh, how long does that take? There we go. That took a long time. That's long latency there. Anyways, you probably might not even notice much in there this ways. So so I'd be even lazier instead of having to set up. So instead of doing a whole bunch of like setup that's gonna cost me some time, I just get up and start. And if you like it, great. If it's crappy, then it's crappy. Until later on, I can improve something. Huh, some updates for Linux Mint. Okay, so all right. So basically, what I'm doing today is, or at least what I'm doing next is, I am I'm going to take now and modify. Let's see, where's just a sec here. I'm going to modify the file format. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and do change one. I'm gonna go ahead and maybe I'll go ahead and write the code first. Redot. Um, there we go. It's not the older one. Okay. So I have just a few more things to do to modify the file format here. Okay. All right. So first, I guess I need to go to the script, and I need to let's see. Let me think for a second. Chapter title. Okay, let's go to. Okay, let's go to the room class first. Set ID. All this is commented out. I'm just gonna leave it commented out. The ID label, and then I have description. Original ID. Original ID, I think, is for renaming. When I rename stuff, I am going to. Let's see. Okay, there's a couple ways I could do this. I can add on title and chapter as a separate new fields, and then check if the fields are there in the JSON, and then let me think. Check the fields are there in the JSON, and if so, then load the text into it. Okay, that's one way. The other way I could do it is I can change the label to just to title, and everywhere there is label, I just change it to title automatically, and it'll start being title. Um, this would do it in place. The other one would be a little extra work. So um, so yeah, so, since I'm all up to date with GitHub desktop with GitHub, basically, I can probably modify this without much problem. So I might just do that. I'll call it title instead of label, and then we'll have chapter as an additional afterwards. So that we'll see here. Well, now modifying the file format before I actually put in the decision points into chapter 1. Okay, so I may not get through chapter 1 today, so I may have to wait till next week, but we'll see because I'm planning on using already existing cards. I'll bring them over and then I'll have to rename them to correspond with my naming convention, which is like they'll be chapter 1 will be 001, but then it'll be um, specific to the page basically. It's a little subheading. Um, I guess it does kind of mean that every subheading. Hmm, just thought of something. If I want, do I want a separate title and chapter? Um, do I want to display the title? I guess it's better to have it in there than to not have it in there. Um, but maybe I don't have to display it because before I was going to display it, but if you think about it, you're in chapter 1. Here, let's see something here. Let's see if we can find an archive. Let me check archive. Uh, whoops. New window. I have to pull it over. Let's go to archive. Archive.org. And let's see if we can see what we can see. Here, let me pull this back up. What I want to do is I want to choose your own adventure. Really, it can be any book, but say text. I don't know if anybody would actually have a Young Indiana Jones Chronicles. After Hours Girls, a choose your own adventure story. Ooh. Um, Surf Monkeys. That's probably not a real choose your own adventure. Oh, it says published 1993. Oh, that means I can't look at. Yeah, the stupid limited preview. It doesn't even give you a preview. It's not even a preview. I have to log in and I have to borrow it. I just want to see some pages. Uh, fine. Choose your own adventure. I just want to look, see if anybody has some scans. Let's see some images. Let's see if there's any images of the pages, though. Okay. Um, I had supercomputer. I thought I had more than supercomputer, but supercomputer is the only one that I think I still have. It's in um Let's see if we can pull up page scans. I'm not really trying to like download it or something. Page scans. Just need a. I do have an account with yeah. I do have an account with the Internet Archive. Oh, supercomputer. Speaking of supercomputer, that was the first image here. Oh, um, can you provide the link? I just want to see a few pages for something good. See if Leo can provide the link here. Well, if I have to borrow. Oh, oh, borrow unavailable. Looked at one and I had to log in, and I looked at that link provided, and you can't even borrow that one. Uh, any other places where there are some scans of pages? Doesn't have to be the whole book. Uh, yeah, that's not really what. This is not really what I'm looking at for. I'm looking for specifically. Um, okay, this is the one I have. Actually, this is the back of it, I think. Yeah, this is actually the back of the. Apparently, this was sold in Australia here, but mine was sold here, and I had it all the way back from. I don't even know if it was from Oregon. It might have been from when I lived in Georgia with my mom, or Oklahoma, or I can't remember exactly uh, when I had gotten this. Um, okay, so this gives me 2 pages. I was hoping that there'd be a thing about chapters. All this is showing the pages here, which is, let's see, sample pages. Hmm, maybe. I'll try one more thing. I don't really want, I'm not really looking at the structure of a choose your own adventure, but, okay, the retro box. $30, huh? Hmm, not bad. Nice box sets here. Um, Sometimes they show samples of pages, but this one looks like the Cave of Time. Uh, yeah, let's see something here. Are they going to open one of the books? Because if they opened one of them, maybe, just maybe. Nope. Dang. Um, Cover computer. Do that. Paperback. Oh. I don't get to look inside it though, do I? Oh, no actual preview, huh? Well, that's okay. Whatever. Whatever. Um, do novels or novellas. Put chapter titles on any of the pages or subtitles or subsection titles in most novels. I just give me a general idea here. May include chapter titles that are not required. Many novels only use chapter numbers without titles, and some do not even use numbers, relying instead on page breaks or white space to indicate section changes. Hmm. Antidote uses chapter titles to track character roles and relationships. Hmm. I need to get moving here. I already wasted 20 minutes trying to look up some stuff here. Mm. Larger works. Okay. What about newspaper adventure books specifically? Number sections. Yeah. All right. Okay. Great. So what about text adventure games? How do they typically uh, um what okay, section changes of scene or locale or something. Descriptive text that immediately follows the player's action choice when the player moves, triggers a transition. Narrative keys rather than visual effects. Many systems are represented discrete units. Hmm. Game books or interactive fiction may use page or section numbers. It means I don't necessarily need to have titles. I think the reason I wanted titles uh, is so that I know which page I was working at or which page I was looking at when actually in the game. When I'm in the game, I kind of I don't know which way I'm going, kind of thing, and so I have to figure this out. So let's go ahead. Come on. Why? Fine. Uh, hold on, KBS. I'm trying to copy URL. It's split over to copy selected link. Let's go ahead and put paste, but not go, because wait a second. It's not copying everything. All right, fine. Copy. That's a long link. See if it'll pop up here. Okay. Fine. What's funny is, oh, cool. Uh, and I actually, well, okay, so I'm showing it on the screen, but I actually do own this. I actually have it still. It's in a box in my room, in one of my rooms. I'm just looking at. I'm mostly interested in the kind of the structure here, and if it's just like so, these are just pages here. That's kind of interesting how it does it though. It's got the pages on in big letters up here, and of course, if you'd like to, yeah, yeah, I kind of remember this. Is kind of cool. Um, okay, that's okay, that's good. Uh, hmm. Some of them should have section or scene things changes. A secret of Monkey Island um, had the three trials and other scene headings, major changes in the story. I'm trying to figure out how I should display my text for my CYOA style game. Yeah, I'm just trying to decide whether or not I want the title or not there. Under Monkey Island, about the story and distinct acts. Full screen text breaks. Um, oh, okay, part of the problem is say thanks, thanks, KBS. Um, okay, so part of the problem is I have a chapter title, and each page of text kind of has its own title, but I'm wondering if I even need it or not. It would be like labeling each page of a book, and I know most books don't do that. Not even children's books. Digital tiles for each page. Chapter section titles. To mark major story arcs, rely on clear scene descriptions at the start. Use visual breaks or formatting like give entrance sparingly. Page level titles are necessary and can disrupt flow. Uh, Let's see. I think I was doing it because I wanted to know what page I was on when testing it out. Maybe I could put an invisible and also it helps in the layout of rooms, which are synonymous with pages. Synonymous. There we go. Synonymous with pages. So I have a display label. Which is a smart development practice. Huh. I wonder if just thinking of something. Layout tool is going to handle uh the layout and stuff, so I don't need it for that. For testing though, I might need to go to a specific room. Yeah. That means I have to, if I wanted to go to a specific page, I have to find the ID of the page I want to go to, which is not hard because I can have the layout tool open at the probably at the same time that I'm testing it. Well, maybe. I mean, I might have to have two instances of the same thing open, so that when I would run, because it's not a separate program, so when I would run the game normal, and then the other instance I would run the layout tool scene. So, so yeah. And honestly, if I wanted to, I could separate too, but let me think for a moment. I'll still include the titles. Maybe I won't include. Maybe I'll leave the titles in the description for now, and later I'll decide whether to take them out or not when I decide how I'm gonna display it. Maybe that's the best the best idea here. Um, I actually still do own that one, by the way. Um, Startup guide to storytelling. Learn from text-based adventure games. Actually, I could have used something like this before. Bedroom. Most text-based classics don't have any visuals. There's no user interface. That's not in the conventional set. There are a few exceptions. Rogue by AI Design is the grandfather of modern roguelike games. The game uses simple ASCII art and procedurally generated dungeons. This is not interactive fiction, though. This is actual. It's an actual turn-based. Essentially, it's turn-based RPG dungeon crawler, whatever you want to call it. First-based text adventure game. Cave explorer and D&D player William Crowther. Crowther's passion for spelunking and romance tabletop RPGs became the inspiration for the text-based adventure game Adventure. My days would be a computer game that would not be intimidating to non-computer people, and that was one of the reasons I made it so the player directs the game with natural language input instead of standardized commands. My kids thought it was a lot of fun. Crowther's Adventure. 1971 was before I was born, but that's kind of cool. AKA Colossal Cave, takes place in a system of caves based on the Mammoth Cave system of Kentucky. Place rumored to harbor treasures, magic, and, well, death of the unwary. Cave adventure. I suppose in graphic adventures, they don't label the rooms. Do they label the rooms in any text adventures? But visuals and context in text adventures, rooms are rarely labeled for players during gameplay, while the development tools like Quest allow creators to assign internal labels for mapping organization. These are typically hidden from the player. Instead, the game communicates location through descriptive text at the start of each room. You know, I could pull down a I could create an info like an info bar, like a debugger, not a bar, but like a panel, like a hidden panel. Right. Okay. So right now, here, let me show you. Right now, that is on good. Okay. Um, your face of this, right? If you do tilde character, and this pops up. Now, there's no instructions telling you what to do here, but if I do the only command here, which is switch rooms, and then let's switch rooms to 001 C dash Hubert goes for help. Oh, that didn't work. Why did that not work? Maybe it's switch room. The one. Or help. There we go. Switch room. Chapter 1. Huber goes for help. And I'm going to continue. A perfect candidate. So maybe I should keep the titles internal. What do you think? There's only 2 people in here that are actually looking here, but that's okay. That's what happens. A perfect candidate. Okay, I am going to go ahead and say I'm going to go ahead and leave these in. These are baked into the description, so all I have to do is remove it from the description. I don't have to remove it from the actual room file. So we won't remove it from the room file. Okay, let's find in files. Let's find label. Okay, So room.gd, of course. Layout tool. Get unique room label. Are we still in? Oh no, layout tool. Room.gd. Layout tool. Okay. Layout room. And these are specifically name label, not the label. Okay. Three files. Okay. That makes sense. All right. So the first thing I want to do then is put okay. Let's think for a moment. Okay, we're gonna call this title. Label. We're gonna switch it. Control R. Title. Okay, so let's replace. That's okay. Replace. Set title. Replace. 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 Do I want to replace it right now? Okay, I have to figure out how to check. Um, okay, I figured out what I want to do. JSON data. Let's see what JSON data equals JSON parse string. So maybe I should here. GD script JSON parse string. We'll go like that. Converting. Okay. Um. Okay. So. Where is okay? So I read a section like this. You mentioned dictionary. Um, does this mean it's a here? Copy here. MV. Here, Shift Enter. Enter. Let's see, dictionary. If so, how do I check it via keys? Do I check for a valid section via keys? E if based on data that keys here, let's see what it says. Has. Okay, that's right. Has. Okay, so I forgot what that was. Okay, let's go down here. And we're not just replacing this. If on data, if JSON data has and be right title, then dot title equals data. And actually, what I want to do is I'm going to put this above here. So it'll just reset that so that I can still keep label there. And that way it won't bulk even when I don't have title in there just yet. And then I'll test that in a little bit. But I want to make sure that everything here is on the next label. Create room.label. Okay, so we want to replace title. That's new title, whatever. Okay. And honestly, I probably want to say if it has, I actually want to do self.title. Now, ID. Huh. Load from JSON. You know, if there's nothing in here, it's not going to load properly. I should probably add some code to make sure that the data is in there. Let's do something here. Fine. Actually, let's see something here. Do I have ID? So I do have, I see, I do have those in there. So really, since title now instead of label, ID, ID, okay, ID, title, and description. So, okay, so that's actually okay, right? let's what am I looking for? Um, JSON data. Okay. Parse. Oh, I see though. If it doesn't parse, um, but it might parse it correctly and still not have it in there. So what I want to do is if some data that has ID that, and that way it's not going to set it unless it actually has it in there. What is the problem? Oh, 97. Okay, I know what that is. I'll check that in a second. Here, let's just find the next JSON data thing here. Okay, this is not in here anymore. I do have inbound leaks, but they're created now. They're not read. And uh, Control C, B. Oh, I'll get to that in a second. If it has title. Oh, oh, if it has label. Yeah, yeah, yeah. If it has label. Okay, that. JSON has title. The title. They the title is the thing now in there. And then we have whoop. What? I don't know why it switched scenes on me. Anyways, it doesn't matter. I'll fix that when I reload it. Um, Description. Okay. For door data, okay, so this I don't need to do like a quick check if it has door data. However, for these I need to do um here, let's do something real quick. Let's actually take these and let's add 3 more deals. And we're going to do this. Control C, Control V, V, Control V. What we're going to do is door ID equals. No, doggone you, no. Door to nowhere. That. Choice equals. One. And we're going to go ahead and put destination unknown. That. Okay. Now this is going to be if door data. Door. 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 If door data has description, if it has description, if it has ID, choice, description, destination. Okay. Door data has ID, door data ID, and this is just being okay. Label. Label. Okay. Now we need to go to layout room and we need to change it. So let's go to layout room. Let's find label. Update name a label. Name label is name label. It's not the text though is room label. So we're gonna change that, replace that with title. So let's replace that with title. And name label, name label, name label. Update description label text. Data description. Okay, we're gonna call this title now. Okay. It's gonna be the same thing. Get property. Call this title. Stuff room data. Okay, we'll replace this. Property ID. Now we're deleting this because this is the. These are This is when I was having it change it based on when you change the ID. Property. Find the next one. Let's replace that. Then next one would be that. Now update name label is fine. Room data. To title. Replace that one. Replace. Description label, that's not it. Description label and a label. We're going to replace that. We're going to replace that. Replace that. Next. Label for the title. Name label. Okay, so the actual text, though, of course, is this one, which we replace. Name labels we don't replace. We're just replacing room data. Description label. Okay. Maybe I should look up room data. See how many, plenty of deals there. Label that text is there. Description, room data, doors. This is after the door is already created. property title, self room data title. Okay. ID, title, description. Great. Via title, new room data, data doors. Data doors dot clear. Room data doors. Data doors. Doors, 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 doors. And we're back to label again. Title. Okay. Data.tab, name label.name, name label.text. Okay, good, good. Okay, so everything's good there. Now let's go to the layout tool itself and let's find label. I wonder if we have a dot label. Okay. How many labels are there? 29? Let's make it dot label. So that way there's only 4 matches there. Replace that with dot title. So we're going to replace that one. We're going to find the next one. New room dot label. Replace that with title. Has no ID, room from scene only. Replace. And where's the last one? Save data for room. Place. Okay. If I'm right, everything should still work like it's supposed to work. So let's clear this out. Let's reload saved scene. So, do I have any errors? No, I don't have any errors. Then one. Zero to quit. Okay, good, good, good. Okay, that's the first thing. So the next thing I want to do is I want to... Oh, this is for saving data, which I haven't done yet. Okay, so room.title is correct. And for this, if I want to save out, actually I can change them all by calling save. So honestly, I could go ahead and save it in here and just put title. So let's see if let's close that. But let's do a control find. Wait a minute, where's the errors here? Wait. C. Oh, that's all that was about. Okay, control find table. And that's the only match. So now I can actually automatically switch them to title if I want to. So let's see if that seems to work. Reload save scene. Okay, everything looks good. Now let's go to the 2D deal, and let's just go ahead and save room data. Oh, because nothing was modified here. But I can do this. Here, let's do this a little bit differently. I can actually take these and move them like this. And I can go ahead and we're going to save room data now. Saves all of them. All right. Then I'm actually going to go to the rooms. Why do I do this the long way? Here. Go to rooms. Now, if I'm correct, every room now has a title field. Title. See? So I didn't even have to do anything as far as doing that. In fact, when I add chapter, I can almost. Let me think for a second. I guess today's pretty boring. That's funny. Well, I haven't really advertised anywhere either, and that's kind of fine. I've just, I'm not gonna worry about it. If you know me, you'll do it, and I'll every once a week, probably every Monday or something, I will post like I do to all the discords and everything. Um, and then you can, I don't know, if you're interested, you'll come in here. If you're not, you won't. So that's what it's looking like right now. It's looking like nobody's interested, and it's 12:36 right now. Okay, so now let me see something. If I want to add, we're gonna force it. We're gonna fake it here. I'm gonna do it through code. Okay, we'll leave that there, but I'm gonna go through script now. Stringify title. Now, what we're gonna do is we're gonna put in a new. Here, let me see. Let me go back here and actually pull another one up. Silver ticket. Do that. Chapter. Okay. Chapter. I might have to do that manually. Because I have to do like a special extracting, so either do it manually or write a Python that will do it properly. Um, Let me think for a second. Create a title based on the number. Chapter title. I'm trying to decide if I could just do this in GD script, but it means being able to read everything and then let's see. Is there a way I can generate the let's see. If I bring up all of the room children, so I go through each room, then I extract. So I extract the number because the chapter is going to be 001. The chapter number is going to be those first three digits. So I extract that. Okay. Then think here for a second. The title. Okay, let me see something here. Let me see what the I'll go by this. Hubert goes for help. Chapter 1, Hubert goes for help. Okay, chapter name. So I extract. Let me think. I know there's a way to do it. I have to brute force it in my head, so I'm not that great of a programmer. So that's um that's what my main problem is. I could have the AI write it for me, I guess. People are saying I rely too much on AI. So I could have, when I load all rooms, I could compile a list of chapter titles. In fact, I could go by the number and make it a dictionary of keys for chapter titles, and of course the value is going to be the string, which is the title. So whenever I see 00 some number and then see um, I can copy the title directly. So I read it in. It compiles a list of chapter titles by the number string, and then I can write a small function that will go in and go through each room child uh, and check for extract the ID. Then that might be a good idea. Or I could just do it manually, right? Should I just do it manually? If I do it manually, it could have got done manually if I just had done it. Okay, so let's go ahead and we're actually going to select all of these. Open text editor. Title main menu. And let's just go ahead and say here let's do a copy. In fact, I can do this. Oop. That. Except I can call this chapter. Like so. Okay. Let's go to the preface. chapter preface. Control C. Let's call it straight up preface. Okay. All right. And the chapter for the chapter page is going to be still chapter C, Control V, chapter, and let's just go ahead and Control C. Perfect candidate. Control V. And we'll do also the same thing. To the twin brothers. So we'll call this. Okay. B. Chapter. Chapter. Control C. S. B. Okay. Right, because I haven't split up the twin brothers, so the title remains the same. The chapter will be like it's supposed to be. And then we do the same thing here. Why don't I just... No. Okay, let's just do this. Um, Control C, Control V, Tab, V, Control Tab, Control C, Control V, Control Tab, Control V, Control Tab, Control C, Control V, Control Tab, Control V, Tab, Control C. All I'm doing right now is I'm copying these. Any way you want it, that's the way you need it. Any way you want it. Any way you want it, that's the way you need it. Any way. She likes to laugh, she likes to sing, she loves everything. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. How about the little things? All night. Oh, wait a second. 12. Okay. Oh, every night. So hold tight. Hold tight. Baby, hold tight. Any way you want it, that's the way you need it. Any way you want it. Okay. So right now I'm just copying these. I try to batch these a little bit because it takes a long time. So if I batch each little operation, it'd take a little bit less time. Not a lot less time, but a little bit. Okay, Control C, Control V, Control Tab, 5, Control 5, Control V. Control C, V, V, in Chapter 20, C, V, V. Okay. Search for title, replace with chapter. Now, let's go to next, replace. Right? Next, next, title, next, replace, 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 replace, next, replace, gosh, gosh, replace, next, replace, next, replace, next, replace, Control Tab, 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 replace, Control Tab, next, replace, Control Tab, next, replace, Control Tab, next, replace, Control Tab, replace, Control Tab, next, replace, oop, Tab, next, replace, Control Tab, next, replace, Control Tab, next, replace, next, replace, Control Tab, next, replace, next, replace, Control Tab, next, replace, Control Tab, next, oh, chapter, okay, now we have them. What did I just do? How did I close that? How did it close that so quickly? Okay, I have to go through all of them to see which ones are there still and which ones are not there. Wait a minute, are they all saved? 6, 7, 8, 9, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 18, 19, 20. How did I manage to do that? So I managed to actually close everything and save everything. When I closed it, it must have had the pop up, and when I hit a button or hit enter somehow, or whatever I hit, somehow made it save all of them, which is just fine by me. So now the question is, if I reload everything, um, there shouldn't be any problems. There should just be no loading. So if I do a scene reload, save scene, it should not error. If it errors, then I know that something's weird is going on with my JSON. Reload save scene. Okay. So now the first thing I need to do is I need to go back into room, and I need to essentially copy everything. Like, okay. So wherever title is, I need to do a copy title. Wherever title is, I need to do a copy of the title stuff. Control C, Control V, and then what we want to do is replace this with chapter. Chapter. Oh, chapter. New chapter. Find next. Control R. Control R. Replace title with chapter. Let's just replace that. Replace that. Replace that. And replace that. Now, we're going to go down to the next title. We're going to copy this. As chapter. We're going to replace this one. Okay. Title. Create. Okay, we're gonna do the same thing here. we're gonna do this and chapter string. Then we're going to Control C, chapter dot chapter. Okay. Go on to the next title. That's the first thing. And then we're going to go to the layout room. We do the same thing. That's okay. We'll fix that in just a second. Okay. I don't need, let's see, update name label. Okay, I don't need that right now. I'm not displaying the chapter in the thing, so I don't actually need that. It's okay. Properties, though, I do want this, and I want it called chapter. Control C, V. I even forgot why I did this properties thing. Chapter. So it's called chapter. Okay, let's go to the next one. Get. And Control C, V. Place that. And replace that. Okay. All right. So the name equals value, root data, title equals value, has been modified, been true. Yes. We're gonna do the same thing here. Place. Yeah. Room data. Yeah. Place. Okay, now the only thing that we're not going to do here is this. We're not updating any labels or anything. We're just setting, and we're not setting the name. We're just setting this. And there's a description label. I don't think I'll show the channel label on. All right, that's fine. Yeah, invalid, blah, blah, blah. Okay, that's fine. Let's go and find next title. Create. Okay. So with create, let's go ahead with in chapter string comma in. Let's find the next title. Create. Room.name is still room.name. Okay, so I don't need title with that because I'm not doing any displays here. Title, right, room data title. I don't need to do that. I don't need to update the label. And there we go. Now let's go to the layout tool itself to make sure there's nothing in here. That's fine, it probably is, but we're going to fix that. Okay. Now all we're going to do here, Control C, and call this chapter. That chapter. Chapter. Okay. Next. Get unique room label. Oh. All right. Mm-hmm. Currently selected room title has no ID. Okay. Create. And add room button pressed. Okay. Ah. Okay. Our new chapter equals chapter. Okay. Title. Selected new room. Room. Title. Chapter. Let's call this. I'm gonna call this title. This also title. Go find label. Okay. And Control R. Replace with title. Place that one. Existing titles. Existing titles. Property. Unique title and existing titles. Unique title. Base title. Okay. Next. Replace. Control Z. Okay, unique title. Unique title. Okay. Replace. 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 New title. I think everything is like it's supposed to be. I think. All right, let's see what we got here. Let's say room data. Yeah. Ooh, got a bunch of errors, huh? Okay. All right, fine. We'll go all the way down to 503. And something had to be funky going on. Room dot chapter. That room. Did have it here. Uh, update name label. Update description label. Outdoors. Property list. Okay, what did I do? Did I totally biff this here? All I did was cancel, right? Um, Actually, I can cancel on all of them and I can save them. But let's do a thing to see if I open with other application. Open with, I guess, LibreOffice Writer. Okay. Doesn't really matter. Okay, that is the problem, isn't it? All right. I cancel all of these, and then I'm gonna go ahead and resave them. I didn't really expect that, but and I really should have had this backed up already after all the work that I did. I didn't realize. One. S. Save anyways. That's actually making sure. Okay. This should mean the importance of backup, kids. The importance of backups. And sometimes you just don't think of it. It's not. Oh shoot! It's already past 1 o'clock. Doggone it! All right, let's go ahead and let's move this into here. Rename this. We're gonna rename it 10. So go back here. Oops. Here. No, back here. Copy. Paste. Rename rooms So, and I have 119, huh? Well, hopefully Dad won't get too mad because I'm gonna go till 1:30 and I'll just do it later, and that means I'll be half an hour later, basically. I'll still end up at 3:30, but okay. So I need to figure out why the properties of pen, title, chapter, right? Property equals chapter. Uh, room data, title, chapter, right? Because ID is just the same thing. Value and has been modified. Value has been modified. Chapter. Create chapter. 503. What was the problem with 503? Room.chapter. It should have been able to access. See, layout room. Um, layout tool. Okay, let's do a quick thingy here. Thanks. Uh, thanks. Let's do that. Okay, so I'm gonna go to. Hopefully, I'm not. Let's see. Okay. See if Cloud pops up here. Hopefully, I don't have to relog in because hmm. Okay, so I'm trying to figure out how come a new property I added to my regular room class isn't able to be accessed on the layout room. So here's the current code. Uh, room.g. Okay, so let's go to room. Select all. Copy. I have two more source files to paste. Give me a moment. Okay, layout room. Select all. Copy. Layout room.gd. Um, and I have one more source file to paste. Please. Okay, and now let's go into layout tool. Select all. Copy. Layout tool.g. And I'm getting this error. I'm trying to write out chapter string. It's easier to save room data. You're trying to access room.chapter directly on layout room. No, but chapter is a property of the room resource. 503. Wait. No, I mean, that's. Maybe I am doing it that way. But let me check here. The other ones are doing just fine. It's only chapter that is having the problem. I thought by adding the properties to the layout room class, it would access the room instance and modify room dot chapter accordingly. Custom get and set should work for direct access. You have get does not equal null, property equals title, property equals chapter. Boy, look at room.gd, you're using title, but in your JSON you're saving it as title. I see this sheet now. Room.id works. Define and get should work but doesn't. Chapter wasn't added to the get property list at first. Did you add the chapter property after rooms were already loaded? Okay. Reload, save scene. Wait. Reload, save scene. 2D. Chapter. Okay, that's good. Everything's good. Okay, so let's do the thing where I have to move these, and at least now since I have the backup, I can pretty much save this, and if it errors, I shouldn't still have a problem. I can just copy it. Okay, and everything's still in here. Okay, maybe that's all it needed. Rooms. Chapter 6, the unicorn goes to school. Chapter 6, the unicorn goes to school. And Bob's your uncle. That seemed good. I just reloaded the scene, moved from panels and saved it, and it saved properly, no errors. So thanks. Um, so thanks, and yeah, well, and I'm done for this period. After a break, I might come back. Not. Thanks, though. Okay, so thanks, you three who've been watching and or listening, and I'll see you after the break, which will be in an hour, which means 2:30, which means I'll only have an hour when I come after the break, but that's the breaks. Them's the breaks. The breaks, the breaks. Thank you for watching part two, and I will see you in an hour.